So the person, me, is just the one who knows what's going on, who knows what this is. This. So, of course, the message is always from here, there's just this. There's just what is. This. That's it. And that's the end of the story. But then there's the person, which doesn't exist. There is no person. There's nothing. There's just this. And just this is nothing. And again, that's the end of the story. There isn't anything else to it to say. But the person is, see, that for the person there is more to say, because for the person, the experience of the person is that I know what this is. And I know what's going on. And I know what is. Well, I mean, the person, if you talk to a person, they may tell you they don't know. Because it's hard to make that claim walking around saying, I know what's going on. It's kind of obvious that we don't. But still, the person is, even so, assuming that I know. That's every person. The experience of every person starts with I know. I know what's going on. I know the rules of this experience, this whatever it is. I may not know what it is. I don't know what it is enough to say what it is, but I don't need to know that because I know what I am. I know what's going on. I can tell my whole story, which I'm doing all the time, constantly. Right? As a person, I walk into the room. I know what I am. I know who I am. I know everything. Really. It starts from the experience I know. I know what's here. I know what it is. So that's the experience of the person. Now, this message is, that isn't true. There is no one who knows. There is no such one. The experience that I'm here as a knower of what's going on, a knower of the action, a knower of how it all happens. Enough to tell the story of it. In other words, I don't need to know everything, right? I just need to know enough to get through the story. But the person, when we say there's no me, there's no person, that's what it means. There is no such one. There's no such one who is a knower of anything. That one that has that position of I know, and now I'm moving in my story of what I know, of what's known. The world, the known world, is here in my story. I'm in my story. The world and me are building a story together, a story of how we move together. And I tell the story of everything in the world, and everything about me, everything that has happened to me, and where I'm going, and all of that. The one who knows that knows enough to tell the story of me. That is the me, the one who knows. Now, this message is simply pointing to the fact that there is no one who knows. There is no person like that. There's no one. There's no position of knowing here. That whole story is told from the position of being the knower. Right here. Grandpa will spin the tale of, that summer of 69. And, the stories are piled on from there, forwards and backwards. But, back to the point, me, my story, that's ongoing. But that one is assumed, but it's never been, never found. It doesn't exist. It's not here now. It's not here. There's no one here. No one to build a story from. No one to tell a story. No one to know a story. There's no stories are ever getting established here. Because there's just this. No matter the stories, no matter the ones, the people, the persons that file through and tell the stories, there's no one to build a story about. There's no one to know. What's known is a story, but the story never becomes reality. It never becomes anything that's lived by a person. So again, it's an illusion. I mean, the illusion is that I'm here in the story, living a life, and that there's a life that can be found. It can be, the story of the life can be told. We can know about it, and I can know about it as me. Again, me is the one who knows. So the one who knows, once there's the one who knows, then you can build all the stories of all the lives and all the worlds and all the experience. Okay, that's what's not here. Right here, wherever you are, because there is only here, which isn't anywhere. And there's no story to tell about here. There's no knowing. There's no one who knows what here is, what just this is. What is. It's never been known. So, I mean, the question would be, are you the knower? Or are you the unknowing of this? Because this is what there is, and it's never known. Never been known, and never to be known. No knowing possible. It can't be located, it can't be pinned down to anything. The story is always pinned down. The story is very clear. Here is there, here's here, there's there. This is good, that's not so good. This is okay. Tell the whole story. I screwed up. I won the game. Whatever. But that isn't. Just look here and see what's here. Are there any stories here? No, the stories are all somewhere else. Not here. Not here just as what is. Without knowing. Again, the stories are all known. They're in a world of knowing, of knowledge. But where does that knowledge come from? Where does it come from, and where does it get piled up into a story? Where does it get molded into a world? Where does that happen? It's not here. Here is just this as it is, what is. What can we know about it? What can be known about it? I mean, really known. There's no time to build a story out of this, because this isn't in time. I mean, that's the essence of it. That's the simplicity. You need time for stories and for knowledge. Where's the time? Time is a feature of stories and a feature of knowledge, knowing. But that isn't here. There isn't anybody here where it's all happening, where it is. The dimension of reality. Not the dimension of stories. Not the dimension of knowing. Knowing creates its own dimension, I guess you could say. That's where it all happens, in the story, dimension of the story. But that isn't here. It's never here. Here it is. Here's this. You got to leave here and go somewhere else to find a story about it, to find some knowledge, find something that's actually known, something I can pin down and take to the bank. So that one is the one that knows. That's the me. And every story has a me, at least a me. And me has a story, or endless stories, whatever you want to, ongoing stories. But that me and that world of stories is not what's just here. That's it.